My name is Wayne Kroll. I'm a head and karate instructor at Southside Dojo. I am Kyoshi Nanadan, which means 7th degree black belt. I've had 30 years of experience. I've been here for 20 years. I've been teaching karate since I started here. I also teach weapons, which is called Kobudo, also a 7th degree black belt in that. Kobuyu karate is traditional Okinawan karate involving punching, kicking, and blocking. Our main thrust is self-improvement, making yourself better. We're not so much into fighting as controlling ourselves, controlling the opponent, and controlling the situation. It's a very fine martial art for close fighting, but we prefer not to use
it. My name is Tim Baker. I am an assistant instructor in the karate program, the Kobuyu karate program. I've been here at the dojo for a little bit over 10 years. I started karate with my daughter, who was an EQ, which is one step away from becoming a black belt herself. I'm a Shodan myself, first degree black belt. Kobuyu karate is a martial art that involves striking, both kicking and punching, blocking, and self-defense. Our primary focus is about self-improvement, discipline, manners, and making sure that kids have a good structure in which to grow.
Keith Nelson. I'm a 6th degree in Shobudo Bujutsu Jiu-Jitsu. I've been doing it now since 1991, so we're coming up on 24 years now. 24 years. I've trained in several other styles as well, and have taught at Michigan State University, Oregon State University, Colorado State University, and as well as at a dojo in Colorado before coming to Southside. I started at Southside Dojo. We moved here to Michigan in 2006, and I started training at Southside Dojo in 2007 and started the Shobudo Jiu-Jitsu class in April of that year. Since then, I think I've taught somewhere in the region of 100 or so people and promoted 6, 7 black belts during that time. 2 of them have gone up, or 3 of them have gone to 2nd degree. Shobudo Jiu-Jitsu is one of a large family. Japanese Jiu-Jitsus, there's about 500 or 600 that are known out there, but Shobudo has a heavy emphasis on grappling and joint locks, specifically a lot of wrist locks, arm bars. We also do chokes, throws, striking and blocking, as well as weapon defenses and weapon use is all taught. Hopefully what they're taking away, I have a primary sort of philosophy of I'd like them to take away some knowledge of the Japanese martial arts, specifically of course of Jiu-Jitsu. I'd also like them to learn how to fall down safely, because that's probably the biggest thing that they're ever going to have to deal with in their lives. My short-term goals are usually fall down, get out of the way of an attack, and be able to get away from it. Followed up with then, as far as the martial arts goes, getting a little more confidence in themselves is obviously helpful, but it's also getting the physical capabilities to do the martial art and the technical knowledge to continue it.
I started Aikido here in 1998. Then basically I've just been studying ever since. Our class isn't a huge class, but it's a real good group of people. The focus of Aikido is blending. We have no real striking in our art. We do mostly, I guess as far as technique-wise, joint locks and throws. But the focus of it is to blend or with your partner or your opponent and to basically control them without having to seriously harm them. Self-control, posture, how to effectively and efficiently move your body and have control over yourself. The big thing you're going to learn how to do is fall down, and you're going to learn how to do that safely. Most people are never going to get into a fight in their life. Everybody's going to slip and fall.
My name's Joe Vandenboom. I've been doing judo for just shy of 22 years now. I started at Delta College. When I had gotten out of high school, I needed an extra PE credit to make full time, and I saw a bunch of guys jumping around in pajamas, and I like, well, I wrestled in high school, I can take these guys, and realized after a little bit of time that I was wrong. But it took off from there. So like I said, it's been 22 years. I got into competition, doing judo competitions pretty heavily, and it maintained and kept my interest all the way along. Judo, by definition, the judo means the gentle way. Sometimes judo's not always nice is a good way to put it, but there is no striking in judo. There's no punches, there's no kicks, but it does get a little rough sometimes, especially I'm saying that from a competitor point of view, but in general it's standing grappling where we throw each other to the ground, try to sweep the other person's foot to the ground, and when we go to the ground we do mat work with pins, chokes, and arm bars. I think one of the best things that they're going to learn is how to have fun but yet be disciplined at the same time. But what I've learned over time, I've been teaching now for about 14, 15 years approximately. Everybody's definition of discipline is different. In my classes, let it be the kids' classes or the adult classes, it's not a yes sir, no sir, do push-ups on your knuckles, sir. But it is respectful, and that discipline is, it's an important part.
My name is Bob Mack. I currently hold a Yondan in Kendo. I've been practicing Kendo since 1989. Before that, I had practiced karate for over 20 years and had taught karate in Ann Arbor for approximately 5 years. Kendo has evolved from the tradition of the sword in Japan. Most people would know that from having seen samurai movies, or the younger generation would be very familiar with that from many of the various anime cartoons or movies. However, it is a very serious martial art that is focused on developing first and foremost the individual. So Kendo is the way of the sword. And the way, or the path, means that we are working to develop a respectful individual that enables them to contribute to society through the practice of Kendo, which also will instill in them a great deal of discipline.